What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Good morning. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Thursday. As always, guys, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. We just hit our 100 subscriber milestone. Big shout out to two of my co-workers, Zach and Sakani, for helping me hit 99 and 100. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. Before we get into the topic of today's video, please be sure to subscribe to my social media. Stalk my social medias. Here's my Instagram right here. And here's my Twitter right here. Alright, guys, now that we got all that out of the way, let's actually get into the topic of today's video. So before I start this video today, I want to do a disclaimer. This video is going to be unlike anything I've ever done on my channel before. I have been deeply saddened once again and let down by the system, by the police, by the people that we put in these places to protect us. Once again, I've been deeply let down. So let down, in fact, that I couldn't even bear to watch the video of what happened fully. Now, as a black man, no one knows what a black man or a black woman goes through every single day but a black woman or a black man. Let's be real here, guys. No one understands what it feels like to go into a store and be stopped only because of the color of your skin, because they think that you may steal something or that you're at a higher risk of stealing something off the color of your skin. Now, everyone says that we've come such a long way and we've come so far, but maybe now is the time, finally, that we really sit and analyze. Have we really come that far? Have the systems and the barriers that have been set up for us for 300-400 years, are they still there? Are they really still there? Or are they really gone or greatly diminished as everyone seems to think? Let's be real here, guys. Those same barriers that stifled us during segregation and during the Jim Crow era, they're still here. As we see time and time again, racism isn't gone. Police brutality, it happens all of the time. It's been happening all of the time. The only reason that we're being broadcasted this and we're seeing this is because of the power of what I'm recording and talking to you guys on right now. That's technology. These things are more prevalent in our society today, and we're seeing these things more now because they're being recorded. People are recording these things so that way people can understand what we go through. How many people, how many black men have died at the hands of the police? How many? How many more have to die for us to overhaul our police system? How many black men and how many black women, scratch that, how many people of color, black and Hispanic, how many of us have gone to jail unwrongly? Let's be real, guys. Our courts aren't fair. There aren't a lot of black judges. There aren't a lot of judges of color. Let's be real here. We have been put in a system since 1619 that has been set to fail us every single time. We've had 43 presidents up until we had one black president. One president of color. We had 43. And that was the biggest victory that we could have ever had or imagined. My grandmother was born in 1947. She used to tell me, right before she died, she told me, when she was growing up as a child, when she went to go to town in Columbia, South Carolina, she had to walk on the opposite side of the street. And she could not cross the street because of segregation. Our grandparents lived through segregation. And although we may not be segregated in the same way they were now, we still are segregated. Look at our communities. Look at where our black enclaves are. It's not diverse. The problems of yesterday still continue to plague us today in different, more discreet, more mundane ways. A perfect example of how we are still plagued by segregation. I'm going to turn this to the COVID-19 pandemic. Why are more black and brown people dying from COVID-19? Why are we catching this disease? Why are we dying from this disease more? I'll tell you why. It's because the system was set to fail us once again. Black people, Hispanic people, do not have access to health care as our white and Asian counterparts. We never have had proper access to health care, let alone proper access to healthy foods, proper access to health care, proper access to proper schooling. We've never had these things as a group. Ever. Never. We've never had the access that our counterparts have had, black or Hispanic. And as you guys can see, the sun is starting to come out, so there might be a little bit of a glare. But I'm going to still keep talking through this, because this is something that needs to be said. If you look at this pandemic and really analyze and look at it, I'm going to take the city for Chicago example, because that's the closest city that I live to. Now, I watch the news every day and I try to keep myself informed. Why is it that 60% of Chicago public school students are not logging on to their online education? Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, as we all know, all schools are shut down and have gone to online learning. But we have to ask ourselves the tough questions. Is online learning something that is fair and equal for every child, no matter what color, no matter what socioeconomic status? Is something like that good for a child? Knowing that that child's family might not have Wi-Fi. That child's family might not have strong Wi-Fi. They may not have access to a tablet or computer or reliable Wi-Fi or reliable connection. They may not have someone that can be at home with them to help them through their online assignments. Whether black or brown, we're seeing this in both communities of the city of Chicago. And most likely some of the poorer suburbs outside of Chicago too that have tried this. So we have to ask ourselves these tough questions. Why? Why do we allow people in power to make decisions on our behalf? It is time that we take things into our own hands. And when I say take things into our own hands, I don't mean violence. Let's take a look back at history. Let's see what worked and what didn't work. Martin Luther King, for example, he was all about peaceful protesting. And to be honest with you, what really worked? Was it the rioting, the fighting, the bombing, the conflagrations of people looting and throwing stuff at businesses? Did that work? Let's stop and mention when this happened in Ferguson, Missouri a couple years ago, black people chose to fuck up our own neighborhoods for no reason. It's one thing to protest in your neighborhood, but tell me why. Why? Why would you protest and loot and riot and destroy what you have just built? Why would you do that? Why would you tear your own neighborhood apart when we all know damn well the white people and the people in power are not going to rebuild our neighborhoods? And let's be honest here, we don't have the money to start over. What's there is there. We don't have it like that. It sucks. We fail to forget we're only hurting ourselves when we turn our backs on ourselves. And a lot of people may not agree with my stance on this. Some people may think looting and rioting is the way. But if you're going to, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. But don't do it in your own neighborhood, where you live, where you go to the barber shop at, where you go to church at, where you get your money from the bank at, where you go to the supermarket at, the dollar store, the gas station, the corner store. Don't do it there. Go to their neighborhoods. Make them feel the hurt that you've been feeling. The police aren't going to stop you from fucking up your neighborhood. They don't care about your neighborhood. They don't care that you're burning down the only supermarket in 5 or 10 miles of your neighborhood. They don't care. What they do care about, what they do see, what they will pay attention to is when we go to their neighborhoods and we mess with their stuff. But then again, that is a deadly battle within itself, because you go over to their neighborhoods, there's a possibility that you could get killed for rioting. So maybe, like I said, we rethink our approach and look back at past and see what the past has taught us. See what the past has taught us. Nonviolent protesting is the only way I viably see. This is my opinion. It is the only way we can have a change. Because why are we continuing the stereotype of what they already think of us? They already think of us as loud and ignorant, which isn't the truth. Do you know how many times I've had people tell me I talk white? Do you honestly realize that? That is an insult. You don't say that to someone. You don't tell a black man he talks white, or a black woman that they talk white. That's an insult. Why? What am I supposed to sound like? What am I supposed to sound like? And you look at me in the face, what am I supposed to sound like to you? I'll let y'all wait for 1 second. What do I look like I sound like in the face to you when you hear me talk, if you didn't know me? Anything coming to mind? A thug? A gangster? A gangbanger? Anything come to mind? That's the problem right there. You people have unconscious biases. And that's the problem. When you walk to your car and a white woman is sitting in her car next to you, and you hear her lock her car door because you know that she is scared of you for no particular reason. She thinks you're going to rob her for no particular reason. When you walk into Forever 21 and you're immediately stopped by an associate there to ask what you're looking for or if you need help. Off the fact that you're black, but you just saw two young white teenage girls walk in, but they didn't get stopped. But you walk in with your black friends or your Hispanic friends and you get stopped. Because unconsciously, we've all been taught that black people are more likely to steal. These are the issues that we need to fix. Black people are tired. We're tired. We've been dealing with this for over 400 or 500 years. We just want to be treated fairly. That's it. We got a black president. Do we want a cookie for that? Because as soon as we got the black president, we had a man come into office, an orange man come into office and reverse everything that man had did. He gives that man no credit. He gives that man no credit for bringing us out of a recession. The greatest recession since the Great Depression of the 1920s and 30s. He gives us no credit. Nothing. We have to think as a people. What are we not doing? We have to stick together. If we don't stick together and we don't find a way to change and invest in ourselves, this will continue to happen. It will continue to happen. I promise you that. Help your brother. Don't try to hurt him. Don't be jealous of him because he's going up in life. Help him. Help him rise so that he can help you rise. But I forgot. We're all too self-absorbed within ourselves and think that the world rises and shines on us. When in reality, all of us black people, all of us Hispanic people, we're all fighting the same battle, just in different ways. I can't even speak on the senseless police brutality that happened last night. I stayed up all last night thinking about that, the pain. I went all through high school, all through middle school, seeing this on TV, seeing buildings burned down. The man, Eric Garner, shouted, "I can't breathe." They killed him. No one that is not black will never know what it feels like to have a cop car pull up on you and you sit in your car and you think, oh fuck, is this the day I die? We literally have to teach our children what to do when a cop approaches us. Think about that. We have to tell our children how to act to not come off as aggressive. When a cop, the people that are supposed to protect all of us, we have to teach our children that, how to act. When you roll down your window to the cop, you have to put your hands out the window to show the cop that you don't have a fucking gun. Black people are tired. And I know I may get some flashback, some right back, some hate from this video. But I don't care. Because I had to say this. And this is important. And this is what's going on now. And we're tired. We're all tired. And regardless if you see my viewpoint on this or not, I see your viewpoint. And I see where you're coming from, whether it's from a place of anger, hate, or love. I see where you're coming from. I'm gonna let y'all know that. Whatever the differences is, whatever you may think your opinion is, if you're black, I see where you're coming from. I see all perspectives of it. This is my perspective. And I hope that this gives us some more insight and clarity on the situation. Without further ado, guys, I'm losing light. It's getting very foggy over here where I'm at. As always, guys, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Join the channel, join the family, follow me on my social medias, guys. Once again, here is my Instagram right here at Andrew Ouden, and here is my Twitter right here at Ouden Drew. Alright, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good day today, guys. Black men, I love you. Black women, I love you too. Be safe, guys. And without further ado, signing off, this is Andrew Ouden, and peace.